How you feel about the situation that Diddy in?
Let's say this. Something else is going on. They searched with a warrant his premises on the West Coast, right? They searched his premises on the East Coast in Florida, right? On the same property that the premises was located that they searched in Florida, he had a second mansion. They didn't touch that one. Why not? And when they walk out of there, they got a small trash bag and they have a medium-sized cardboard box. What was it they seized that would fit into those items? I have a sneaking suspicion from my background in criminal defense that what they seized was some evidence that was very incriminating to other people. Now, after they seized the evidence, they had no probable cause to arrest him on any crime. He hasn't been indicted. They talked to him at an airport before he got on a private jet to fly to an island that has no extradition agreement with the United States. Have you heard anybody trying to prosecute him?
Not at all.
So what did they do? See, the feds are interesting. Who served the search warrant?
Homeland Security.
Now, what the hell do they have to do with that? That's a FBI mandate.
Obviously, that video is a bit older, and Diddy is locked up right now, denied bail, and not getting bail until, you know, he's awaiting his trial right now for sure. But what was it about that race specifically that has Hollywood, you know, terrified? Obviously, he's behind jail and names are starting to come out. We're starting to see Jay-Z name pop up. We're also going to talk about the link between Diddy and Jamie Foxx as well. You know, he has a new special out and people have been making their bold predictions and throwing their conspiracies around that. But this is me giving y'all the latest update on what I have to, you know, today. Daniel Baldwin says that there are currently bidding wars going on in Hollywood where celebrities are buying Diddy tapes to save themselves from being exposed. The comments were made on the PBD podcast. Quote, he has videos of parties. I've heard from friends that are attorneys. Is there a bidding war going on right now? Quote, this is what I heard. They are selling those videos. So yeah, it could be people behind the scenes right now, just like, let me clean up as much as I possibly can before this man stand in that trap.
Look at Diddy, for instance. Let's take a look at him. Let's take a look at, he has videos. He has videos of the parties. Now, what I've heard, which I don't know how much of it is in mainstream media, I don't really follow the story that much, but what I've heard from friends that are attorneys, friends of mine that have represented me before, agents and so on, is there's a bidding war going on right now. They're driving that price up because if you want your client and your famous actor to not be involved, or famous singer to not come out, here's the price. And that they're just selling to the individuals that are in those. This is what I heard. They're selling those videos. So if you're Tommy X, and Tommy X is a big, big movie star, and he was at some of the Diddy parties. He was in one of those bedrooms with 3 other men, and he's happily married to a woman, and blah. Tommy doesn't want that video to come out. He does not want it to come out. Same thing for Jeffrey Epstein. Now, the interesting thing about the Epstein and the theory about Epstein is we know he filmed people for sure on that island. He has a lot of movies, a lot of films of people that are very, very powerful political figures, and entertainers, business people. So
I'm just saying off top, I don't think this is far-fetched at all. I believe that there's definitely a bidding war when you see all these unhinged rants starting to come out about, you know, people are in Hollywood. Oh, you know, why y'all concluding this? Yada, yada. You got people moving out, Hollywood elites moving out the country, and all bro. It's people, you know, in overwhelming droves they supported Kamala Harris, you know, and there's a whole conspiracy and theory behind that. So, yeah.
Do you really believe that Jeffrey Epstein killed himself? And
of course not.
Of course not.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's other theories that he's in Lebanon. He never died at all. That having the weight of owning those films right now over people. So will Donald Trump release those films? I believe Donald Trump probably has a lot of friends that are in those videos too. I don't know if it behooves him to release them either. But what happens if iconic African Americans or iconic Japanese Americans or iconic Anglo Americans, former presidents, you know, so what happens if they're in those videos? What does that do to the herding of the sheep? I mean, because I believe that's exactly what we're experiencing.
Now, let me just say this. If these are just adults and they on these tapes and, you know, yeah, man, by all means, That's what you get. But I will say that, and it's not that's what you get. 'Cause also, I don't want to be insensitive towards the people who may have been drugged up and dragged into that situation. So I want to make sure y'all know I'm not laughing at that to that capacity and nothing like that at them. I'm talking about the people who may be on them tapes willfully on that thing doing some freaky thing. You know what I'm saying? But if it involves any minors to any capacity, yes, I believe everybody should be prosecuted. And if anybody had knowledge of said videos should be prosecuted, and anybody who knew it was going on, you get what I'm going on. I say release all the names. Why they allowing people to buy their own tapes to say themselves? You know what I'm saying? Now, how there's been a surprising turn of events. It's a surprising connection between Luigi Mangione and Diddy. Yes, you know Luigi Mangione, who unalived that United Healthcare CEO. What is this link? And yeah, it's random, I know, but we're just gonna have to read it. Boom, that these two are. Well, I know one thing that links them is jail. They both behind a cell. Luigi Mangione and Sean Diddy Combs' legal cases have an unlikely connection. The suspect in the shooting death of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson and the disgraced rapper have hired attorneys who are married to each other. Karen Friedman and I don't know how you say that. Mangione's lawyer is married to Mark, and the attorney representing Diddy, who's the attorney representing Diddy, admits his ongoing sex trafficking case, the New York Post reported. Before she represented the suspected killer, Friedman, served as chief assistant district attorney in Manhattan District Attorney's Office for 7 years. She joined her husband's firm in 2021. Okay, so we just know that there's that link right there. That's all we got for that. But now, what is going on with this whole Jamie Foxx situation? This was right before Jamie Foxx special had released on Netflix. So let's check it out real quick.
You remember Jamie Foxx was in the hospital, right?
Yes. Where is this going?
So Jamie Foxx shot his comedy special this week. And in the middle of his comedy special, he said, I am the one who called the FBI on Diddy because he poisoned me. That's the reason I went to the hospital. That's the reason why he almost died, is because Diddy poisoned Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx brought down Diddy.
What is happening right now?
This has just come out, and it's not fully out because these are just people who are at the stand-up show.
Well, I know Jamie Foxx, and Jamie Foxx reported him to the FBI because of it. I know that's a fact. But by the time this drop, this is going to be in the stratosphere. It's going to be in the ether by the time this drop. You can probably look it up right now. These people poison people, bro. I've been poisoned 3 times. Why am I testing positive for cyanide? You feel me? Why do I had pneumonia 3 times? You get called to testify if you on camera and some of this footage, and you want to make it a little bit easier for yourself. It's ways in this industry people go about doing things.
Man, this is why I don't go to the clubs.
Now, I genuinely can't say that this is true or not true. All I can say is I'm here to present the information. When he initially said it, I'm over here like, I don't know who that guy was either. And didn't Diddy's girlfriend or ex-wife or something like that pass away of pneumonia? Yeah. It's just spooky. That's all I can say. It's all spooky. I can't confirm nothing to be true or false. All this is alleged right now, y'all, until, the court, until he has his day in court. But to continue with the Jamie Foxx conspiracy, Jamie Foxx says when he went to the operating table, he saw the devil, which turned out to be P. Diddy, who had a flaming hot bottle of baby oil. Now, this was in his new special that they were just speaking about in the previous clip. Let's check this out.
It was kind of oddly peaceful. I say this all the time. I saw the tunnel. I didn't see the light. I just went. I was in that tunnel. It was hot in that tunnel. Shit, am I going to the wrong place in this thing? Because I looked at the end of the tunnel and I thought I saw the devil like, come on, nigga. Was that puppy? I was looking around, but if it was puppy, he had like a flaming bottle of Johnson & Johnson. Come on in here, nigga. No, I saw the tunnel, I didn't see the light.
Now, I didn't watch the special in full. I've seen just bits and pieces of it too, so I can't verify whether or not he actually said that Diddy poisoned him and he reported Diddy. I can't verify that. I started doing some Googling, can't find it nowhere. So yeah, that's all we have on that. Now, Jay-Z, just to, get back to the loose ends of that, we pretty much the last time we concluded that the woman who's accusing him and Diddy of, inappropriately touching her and doing things to her, even though there were inconsistencies in her story, this woman is saying her story may be inconsistent, but she wasn't wrong about the circumstances surrounding that night. We just gonna hear her out, see what she got.
Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Ahmadai Shakur. Jay-Z's accuser has recently come under scrutiny because they say there are inconsistencies in her story. But I have some information that proves that she's telling the truth. Now, I don't know if Jay-Z absolutely did the things that she's accusing him of, but what I do know is that the things that she mentioned pertaining to the events surrounding the night in question, she isn't lying about. So let's get into it. First off, a YouTuber by the name of Tisa Tells says that the incident actually happened in 2003 and that the young woman is mistaken that it didn't occur in 2000. But she's the one who's mistaken because she thinks that because Good Charlotte performed at the VMAs in 2003, that the young woman got confused because of her autism. Please pay attention. Tisa Tells also says that because the accuser fled from the scene, this is why Denzel left the party in 2003. But again, this didn't happen in 2003. It happened in 2000. Please pay attention. The accuser says that the crowd started yelling and cheering when J-Lo arrived. Well, J-Lo was absolutely there at the 2000 VMAs. She also says that Eminem was performing outside. Well, he absolutely was. At the 2000 VMAs, he performed outside with a bunch of Eminem lookalikes.
I remember that.
See here, it says Eminem performed The Real Slim Shady and The Way I Am at the 2000 MTV Video Music Awards. She said that she spoke to Fred Durst and Benji Madden about his tattoo, which was of the Lord's Supper. Benji Madden absolutely has a tattoo of the Last Supper, but also his representative said that he was on tour and that he was not at the 2000 VMAs. Well, she didn't say he was at the VMAs. She said he was at the after party, but also his representative is either purposely not telling the truth or he's mistaken. And here's why. Because the VMAs was September the 7th of 2000, and Good Charlotte didn't release their debut album until September 26th of 2000. So they would not have been on tour because the album didn't even come out yet. Also, their tour actually started October and November of 2000. Almost a month later.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 with y'all. I walked into this going, I don't know, man. But she's raising an eyebrow.
Jay-Z and his team are saying that basically on the day in question, Diddy and Jay-Z have photos proving they were at a separate location. But it also says that it has not been confirmed as to where the rest of their evening was accounted for. But here's why that is not adding up. Because Diddy and Jay-Z in that photo were absolutely at a party at Diddy's house, but it was for his 4th of July bash in 2000, okay? A couple of months before. Please pay attention. That's the same occasion where this infamous picture was taken. And as you can see, Jay-Z was also there for the 4th of July bash in 2000. And also there's someone else who puts Fred Durst at the scene of the 2000 after party.
How crazy is this? Me and Fred Durst.
Okay. I
swear to God,
we're watching
them. Me and Fred. All right, so we're there's a couch area. There's a bunch of bottles. There's a club, and it's a private party. So everybody in there is a guest of this party. It's Diddy's after party.
Gotcha.
And that was the day that when you saw, if you Google J-Lo and Diddy, you'll see them in all white with her with a white headband.
Okay, so he clearly just placed Fred Durst at the scene. And there's J-Lo wearing the white outfit with the white headband, just as he said. Please pay attention. I can't verify her accusations against Jay-Z and Diddy are true. I don't know. That remains for the court to decide. At the end of the day, Jay-Z and Diddy both maintain their innocence, and they should be presumed innocent until otherwise noted. But the circumstances that she described all add up. Please pay attention. It also says that she arrived at a white mansion with a gated U-shaped driveway. Well, this is a mansion that Diddy purchased in 1998, and he didn't sell it until 2020. And it's in East Hampton. I don't know if this is the place that she was at, but it sounds like it from the description. And also, Diddy did own this in 2000. Please pay attention. Biggest inconsistency for me was the fact that her father couldn't corroborate her story. He said that he didn't recall picking her up and that he feels that's something that he would have remembered. Now, he said he did pick her up in the middle of the night once, but that was locally. Coming from Rochester, New York to where the party was, it would have taken him approximately 5 hours to get there. Now, she said in her lawsuit filing that her father arrived and picked her up from the gas station at around dawn. So driving from about 10:30, 11:30 or 11 o'clock at night for 5 hours, that would place him there at about dawn. But he says he can't recall. So she also said that her father was dealing with personal issues and that they've argued about those issues in the past. He says that he had a lot going on. So I don't know. Maybe he was having some type of substance abuse issue because the part that they lived in, the area that they lived in back then, clearly had a lot of illegal substance use and abuse. Please pay attention. Now, some people are wondering why Tony Busby would allow this woman to go and sit before NBC for an interview. Well, at the end of the day, I think that Tony Busby has a trick up his sleeve. I think that he was baiting Jay-Z and that possibly Jay-Z has taken that bait. Please pay attention.
And y'all not gonna believe this. Diddy just got allowed a laptop in his cell. It says Diddy to remain behind bars until trial date after dropping bail requests, given a laptop instead. It says after many attempts to receive a temporary release from jail, Sean Diddy Combs has ceased his bail efforts. This disgraced music mogul will remain behind bars until his trial in May. However, a federal judge signed off on the rapper utilizing a laptop while in custody. As Bossip reported, the rapper has been denied bail many times with no luck. However, court documents obtained by Radar Online revealed that he's given use of a computer with restrictions. Combs is allowed to use the Discovery laptop in designated areas, but he is not allowed to take or store notes. The documents also state that Combs is permitted to use the laptop in the unit's visiting room, in his VTC video conference room. Though he has received this privilege, his lawyers are not yet satisfied. Man, what do you mean you're not yet satisfied? This man, he ain't got no baby oil, but he got access to the internet with a few little, you know what I mean? Combs' legal team expressed concerns about the laptop's limitations, specifically the orders not to take or store notes on a device. Okay, yeah. It said you may recall during the nationwide sweep, the Broad facilities, Diddy's handwritten notes were found and confiscated. The prosecution alleges that the notes reveal that he may be influencing witnesses. And y'all don't think that him getting his laptop ain't gonna possibly do that at all? Y'all don't think he gonna log in or nothing or be in contact with people? Like, come on, dog. Like, oh my gosh. And we already know all the incidents and everything up until this point that got him in jail. And that's pretty much what all this is talking about. This is the latest update that I have on Diddy. And lately I just see Hollywood is real quiet. Nobody in Hollywood has nothing to say on Diddy right now. You know what I mean? I can only wonder why. And him having his laptop, oh man, I don't know. We just got to wait and see what happens in court, y'all.